I'm excited. All right, we are finally getting started on the bondoing project. We're just gonna be putting some bondo in these RS logos just to get the project started. The painting of it will be, I'm just letting you know, will be in episode 2, which should be out like Monday or Tuesday, or not Monday or Tuesday.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's fast.
That's aggressive timing.
This is just gonna be a 2-part series. The first part, we're gonna be bondoing out and getting these prepped and ready for paint. And the second part, we'll be painting it, putting it together, and putting it on my car. I've never used bondo, so this is gonna go either really good or really bad, and you're gonna find out. Sadly, we're not gonna get to see a lot of this today. Here, get it in while you can. You know, there it is.
Get it in while you can.
All right, there you go, now done. Doesn't matter. You like our little table setup here? It's pretty sweet. You got like the doctor's office piece of paper over it, so you don't get anything dirty. The table underneath is actually in way worse condition, so I don't think this really mattered. All we're gonna need today is those RS winglets. I'll let you kick the nut across the floor. Like I said, I've never really used bondo, so I'm just gonna go ahead and scoop some up and chuck it on there. Let me just go over what we have here. For this project, like I said, we've got the bondo, and this is the professional high
bondo.
bond high bond bondo, and obviously because we're professionals and we do this all the time, so yeah, we got the pro brand. It actually comes with some bondo in it. It comes with this hardener. I'm a mess right now, and you have to mix this in with the bondo because this is the hardening agent. It's kind of complicated, but we're gonna learn. We're gonna go along. We're gonna figure it out. For the paint part, oh, I forgot to mention also we have some sandpaper here, 180 grit. So it's not too gritty, but it's not completely smooth either. So it's gonna help kind of gradually take away the dried bondo, and so we can get a better form to the winglet here. But also we do have more sandpaper, and we're gonna sand it again before we paint it. But in the first episode, we're just gonna get this as smooth as possible. So this is 2K clear. This is the clear coat that we're gonna be using for this, because every other clear coat that you can get from your normal like Home Depot or Lowe's, it orange peels a lot. So Nate recommended that we get this stuff called 2K clear. It is a little expensive, but it's gonna make this wing look OEM. Like the paint is gonna look like OEM finish when we're done with it. And by the way, I've never painted anything before either, so this is gonna go really awesome. I've painted some things, but nothing to this significance, like nothing I would actually put in my car and show. I'm gonna be super careful and go nice and slow and methodical with my painting strokes so that nothing looks stupid. And then here we just have some Rust-Oleum automotive enamel, and you can pick this stuff at up at any hardware store, really, any Home Depot or Lowe's. It's not too expensive. It's like $6 a can or $8 a can or something like that. But these are like $24 a can or something like that. So they're a little bit more expensive, but it's worth it because you don't want to put something on your car that looks jank. So I think the first thing we're gonna do is go ahead and sand out the inside of this just to make sure that the bondo sticks well and that there's nothing in there that's gonna affect, I don't know, how it sticks. But yeah, I'm just gonna clear off this table and we're gonna get started. I think this wing was primered, because I think that's what's coming off right here, but just gonna try and get it as scratched up as I can because I want that bondo to grab on to something. I'm gonna enjoy the bondo part, I think, just because I think it's gonna be really satisfying to like sand it smooth, you know?
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna do it to both.
Seeing the end product on this, like it just being no RS logo, that super smooth look is gonna be
it's gonna
amazing.
Be nice.
Doctors be like.
I'm scared, dude. I've never cracked open the old can of bondo.
We need something to mix it on.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I can fix this.
Well, this is gonna be interesting. At least we got the professional model.
Yeah,
oh my.
We're professionals. We use big tools. There's so much leverage from this. I couldn't even tell if it was opening, but it is. Oh wow, that smells so bad.
Leave some air in there so that.
Oh my god, that's like worse than gasoline. Wow, that's really bad.
Oh, okay. I can smell it over
that?
here now. Yeah.
Real quick before. Whoa, I need to shut that, dude. That's
holy
like...
crap. It smells like
the bondo's in there.
You definitely should be in a ventilated area.
Yeah.
This though, like you need a respirator to do this. Don't mess up.
Well, also, we have a legit mask with a cartridge that you put in so that you don't breathe any of that. And that is what we're gonna use on the second video, but just with the bondo, we're not gonna use that right now. Before we go ahead and bondo this, I'm gonna wipe it down with some alcohol, just making sure she's nice and clean before we bondo it. All right, I mean, I guess we're gonna start mixing this bondo. To apply it, I have one of my vinyl squeegees. We have 2 of them, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm gonna get new hardware anyway when we wrap the car, so it doesn't matter. I have a little piece of cardboard here. I'm gonna dump some of this onto it. This feels like not like, I feel like this isn't the way you do this. I'm gonna cut this, just put some of it aside.
That's so much. Actually, yeah, you could kind of go like half and half, right?
Yeah, so I'm just gonna spread it out just a wee bit.
The working time, once you put the hardener down there, is not very long, from what I know.
Yeah, and then you're just gonna take your hardener and give her a good, just a little yoink, just right across, just like that. We're using the Mighty Car Mod method here.
If you use too much, it'll set too quick, basically.
And you're gonna take this and you're just gonna mix it. Just get a good mix. Yeah, this is like a good blue color, so you know what, guys? I'm just gonna get that nice and clean. I'm gonna take a good chunk of it. I'm just gonna smack her up there.
Here we go.
I'm just gonna send it. And now you want to be generous with this stuff too. You don't want to be a stingy boy with this stuff. I'm gonna make sure that that's really in there by just absolutely slathering it on there.
Yeah, you don't want to get like an air bubble in there and then sand it down and realize you have a giant crevice.
I have gloves on for a reason. I'm just making sure that there aren't any air bubbles in there. Just feeling it out, and I'm gonna smooth it down again, but you could roast me in the comments. Maybe I'm stupid for doing that, I don't know, but I'm just making sure. See, look at that. So I can start to see it, that I need more.
The goal is to get enough on there that when it's sanded down, it's completely smooth.
We just slapped on some N95 masks, just to, you know, be as safe as possible. It's starting to harden for sure. All right, so I kind of like that actually. So we can't really see the RS at all. I'm happy with that. I can't see it. There's probably a good ½ an inch of Bondo over that. So if you can get it in comparison to there, that's what it used to be. And then there's probably, fill this in a good ½ of an inch actually. Oh wait, I just put the tip of this.
Oh no.
Idiot.
Wipe it off with alcohol.
Okay, so we're gonna let this sit and dry for a little bit. This one's already been drying for a little bit, but we're just gonna let them both dry for about a ½ an hour. We will be back when these are done, and then we are gonna get ready to go ahead and sand them down. All right, I'm gonna come back when these are dry. Okay, we've got our table cleaned off here. I'm gonna begin sanding this one. We just finished this one about 10 or 15 minutes ago, and this is still kind of warm because that hardening agent is doing its thing. But this one is definitely good, so.
Beyond good.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun to sand. So we're gonna find out how well this does. And when I sand this, what I'm gonna try to do is start here and work my way through it. We have our 80 grit sandpaper. It's just gonna help me remove a lot more of this a lot faster. Then we can go down to the 180 grit. But just gonna sand it like this. So just letting you know, we are all wearing masks here. Nate has one on too behind the camera. You really should be wearing a mask anytime that you're doing something where you could be inhaling like these really fine particles. You don't want that in your lungs, obviously, because that would be bad. Okay, we finished the first piece. I'm actually insanely happy with how this came out. On camera it might look a little rough, but it's actually not. It feels insanely smooth. It feels like we never even did anything to it, which is actually really surprising. And the Bondo is like, it's solid, it's hanging on there. So I think this is probably the best this could have come out from somebody never of doing this before. This is legit, like I cannot tell that we put Bondo on it. If you were to just close your eyes and feel it, like there's no ridges, there's no humps. It's just completely flat feeling. It's so nice. And I think when we paint it, it's gonna look so good. And you can see the RS logo right here, but this is so flush with the rest of the wing. I can't believe it. This looks so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and start sanding the other one now. I'm almost done with this. I just need to hit this spot up here because there's quite a ridge there that we need to get rid of. And then down here, there's a little bit of a bump right here, like just a slight gradual hump. All in all, the RS part feels smooth, and I haven't even hit it with the 180 grit yet to smooth it out. Only the 80, and the fact that this feels smooth and nice, and like all the body lines, I guess all the lines on the piece are still pretty smooth. But that's a really good sign. This is coming out. Oh wow, yikes! It's like when you bang a chalkboard eraser. But this is coming out super nice. I really like how this is coming. I'm happy to paint it. I think it's gonna look awesome when I paint it. I'm gonna continue sanding this, and we'll pick it back up when there's no more Bondo on it. Coming out great. It's really smooth. I did really want to put the wing together tonight just to get an idea of what it's gonna look like, but I was also really hungry and I wanted sushi, so I ordered sushi. So we're gonna have to get this done quick so that I can go pick it up. It's coming out really good. So I'm just gonna give this like one more sand just to flatten this out, and then we should be good for the day. And then in the next video, we can actually paint it and then put it together and put it on the car. That's definitely a one-day thing. So here it is completely finished. These scratches look super deep and bumpy, but this is actually completely smooth. As you can kind of hear it, it's just nice and smooth. These came out awesome. Like, this could not have gone better. I know you can't tell how smooth that is, but in person, they are like just absolutely like, it's perfect. We still have a giant jar of Bondo and plenty of spray paint. So I think this is where we're gonna leave this project for tonight. In the next video, we are going to be putting the wing up for paint. I had a ton of fun Bondoing this, so I can't even imagine how fun it's gonna be when we actually get to paint it. So done with the wing for right now, but I think it looks great, and I cannot wait until the next episode where we get to paint it and actually put it together. So that's where I'm gonna leave this right now. I will see you guys back at home.